EU denies making offer to U.S. on lowering its tariff for cars. Okay, this is a Bloomberg story. And Tom, I'm coming to you first. The European Union denies making any offer to lower tariffs on U.S. cars, contradicting President Trump's claim that EU had already reduced them. The European Commission stated that any tariff reductions must be mutually beneficial, negotiated within a fair and rules-based framework. Trump has been pushing for a reduction in EU's 10% tariff on U.S. cars, compared for the U.S.'s 2.5% tariff on European vehicles. Trump announced 25% tariff on imports of steel and aluminum and hinted at higher auto tariffs, which would particularly impact German automakers. EU Trade Chief Maros Sefcovic is scheduled to meet with Trump's Commerce Secretary nominee, Howard Lutnick, Trade Representative nominee, Jamie Courier, to discuss these matters. Tom, your thoughts on the story?
This is a great story. Whenever you hear the EU say, we're sending all of our guys over to meet all of your guys. No, don't come here. We'll come to you. We'll come to you. We'll be there in a minute. We're gonna be right in the area. We'll drop by. And Trump is saying they've already made the decision to drop their tariffs. They've already made a decision to lower the tariffs.
You got to use a lower voice.
And they're like,
Tom.
no. We haven't done that yet. This is just like when a running back denies slapping his girlfriend, he did it.
Of course.
Of course he did it.
Yeah, damn.
He did it twice. He did it 3 times. This is the time we caught him. And so the EU, this is a sign that Trump's negotiation through tariffs are working. This guy's going to come over here and we are going to see a deal happen and them opening up to allow U.S. automakers, most notably Ford. Ford has a line of smaller cars. If you've been to Europe, people favor them.
Mr. Bean?
Yeah, well, no, not like minis, but they favor the smaller four-door car that fits in cities and everything. Yeah. And Ford makes a lot of those. They make them better than GM does. If you go over to Germany, you see a lot of those little Fords. The old Ford Fiesta, if you remember long ago. They call it something else now.
Sounds like a party to me.
But that's what's going on here. So what's going on here? No, we're not doing that, but we're sending our guys to your house, to your place, and are you all home? Because we really like to talk. You're not coming over here to talk and say nothing. As they said, Glenn Ross,
coffees for closers.
A guy doesn't walk on the lot unless he wants to buy.
I thought you were going with the coffee for closers line. That's the line.
You watch. The tariffs are going to come down, and there's going to be a little announcement made.
Again, it's what Trump does. He'll start with something like crazy and say something, and people go, "Oh, hold on, that's crazy, 25%." And then we're starting to negotiate. Relax.
That's how it starts.
I'm throwing some things out.
You low ball or you high ball, and then you go and you meet in the middle.
I'll give you $10 for the house.
So Tom, what do you think is going to happen?
I think what's going to happen is when there's suddenly Maros Sefcovic is going to be standing at the microphone with Howard Lutnick and with Jamieson Greer and especially Kevin Hassett. And they're going to be saying we've had productive talks. There's going to be movement as of May 1st. They're going to say a date. They're going to say productive. They're going to say movement. And then they're going to say a date. That's what you're going to see. I like that. And then you're going to see the American automakers say, we are pleased, relieved, and looking forward. That's what you're going to see.
All right, let's see what happens. All that means is
there's my prediction.
European cars may get slightly cheaper. If they get cheaper, that's a good thing for Americans. They're going to have to pay less. Well, and what's that one here?
I want to talk about this story right here.
See, this is why there's no relief ahead for high used car prices.
Wall Street Journal.
What is it saying?
Basically saying, don't expect to get any cheap, good cars anytime soon.
There's no free lunch.
Yeah, no. I mean, Brian had to sell 2 horses to get a car these days.
Patrick, I saw that.
When you have Brian type of money, man, you're in the horse business.
You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, we would like to aspire to get into the horse business.
That's it.
The PBD Podcast gang, the folks that watch this podcast loyally, no matter where we go, they're there. It doesn't matter what part of the world we're in. You guys are phenomenal. Add this to your calendar. Go to vtwebinar.com and register for this. March 4th, we're making a massive announcement about Menect, the circle economy. Massive announcement that I want to tell you exactly what it's going to work out and how all the PBD podcast community folks can, work with each other. You'll see this. You have to hear what we're doing here with the circles economy. It's going to be big. And at the same time, on that webinar, I'll also be announcing on how you could come join us this year at the Kentucky Derby. Finish line, 5th floor, the biggest suite in the entire place with 150,000 people watching the greatest 2 minutes in sports. Go to vtwebinar.com, register March 4th, 3 p.m. On that Zoom, we're launching Circles You're going to lose your mind when you hear what we're going to be doing with Menectier on that launch. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.